Hi guys, this is the Faithful Podcast. This is Justine
And I'm Kin.
and today we're going to talk a little bit about art. Okay, so first of all, do we enjoy art and how do we consume art? Do you want to go first? Or?
You can go first.
Okay, so to simplify things, because art is such a huge topic, I think that the main three types of art is visual arts, performing arts, and literary arts. So basically, museums, galleries, paintings, exhibitions are visual. And then performing is musicals, movies in the cinema, plays, theatrics, all that. And then literary is written words. So novels, books, poems, prosas. So for me, I think I'm a linguistics girl. So I love a good poem, a good book. Yeah.
Wait, but your art is very different from what I thought of art.
Okay, what is your idea of art?
I was thinking it's more of paintings, sculptures, etc.
Yeah, you can talk about that because I haven't been exposed to a lot of art forms when it comes to paintings and sculptures.
So I think my favorite art form would be more of play. That's something that I do create and experiment from time to time. But generally, I think I do prefer paintings in general. Paintings, illustrations. Yeah.
So what have you created before?
Okay, I did a trinket tray. That's one. And then I think it's a bunch of like holders for the time being.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
It takes a lot of time, but I think it's a good form to experiment.
So prior to this, I often enjoy watching or reading stuff. So I haven't really seen much of physical art. Because for me, I only go to museums and exhibitions very seldom, and my line of work is not really creative at all. So I am quite new, I would say, when it comes to exploring art. But you are a creative person. You do art in.
It's less of the painting or watercolor, etc., those mediums, but it's more generic, I would say.
I think yours is spatial aesthetics.
Yeah, I guess so.
More tangible stuff instead of actually creating something on your own. You kind of put everything together.
Yeah, to create the same sense of feel that I want to evoke.
But I would
Similar to a
consider that
painting.
art also is very creative because not everybody can put someone's vision into real life. Okay, the main topic of today is that we went to an illustration fair together. So do you want to say about, okay, I'll say how I ended up finding out about it and you can tell the story of when we were there, the funny story. Okay, so I met a friend. She is an artist. She does animation and arts. So she's the one who actually suggested that I come to her fair because she's participating in it as an artist and she's having a booth there. And prior to this, I don't think that I've ever been to any similar art events before. And so I was thinking who is the person who can appreciate art the most among my friends. And I thought of her. So we went together. Tell them about the journey there. First of all, it's at New Art Museum.
Singapore's pretty small, so it's not the furthest, but I felt it was so hard to navigate there.
So ulu. We have never been there before.
We should talk about the journey to even go up to the entrance itself.
There's only one lift and that lift can only fit 5 people.
Basically, you just have to queue. The queue is crazy.
And you have to get a wristband and everything. It was like a festival.
And so?
Wait, tell them, because you went down with my phone.
Yeah, so essentially what happened was I decided to not queue for the lift because it was too long. So we decided to take the stairs. And little did we know. Okay, so we can show them this. Like we took some brochure.
It was a brochure of all the participating
Yeah, so they gave us
artists.
a brochure and then they said, do you want to take the lift or do you want to just take the stairs? So we took the brochure and then we just decided, we queued for the lift for maybe 1 minute and then we decided, okay, we'll just go to take the stairs. And then we didn't get the wristbands. The wristbands here, right?
It's here.
Yeah. So this is basically the wristband that you need to actually be allowed to enter the venue. And we didn't have it. So when we got up to the, what's that girl?
The usher.
Basically an usher. She was saying that, oh, you didn't have the wristband, so you have to go back down. And the e-tickets were on her phone. So I brought her phone down. And it was 5 flights of stairs. Okay, it's not even 5 flights. You have to times 2 because
it's 5 floors, but
5 floors, but times 2 the amount of flights. So I went down, and just when I was reaching the counter, her phone was locked. I was thinking, ultimately, I still had to go back up just to
Because she had
get
no
back.
way of
Yeah.
contacting me. My phone
And-
was with her. It was the dumbest thing I've ever done.
I even resorted to even try to, what was that? Because my iPad was upstairs. So I had to send that Find My iPhone system.
To alarm me so that I would know that you're in
Correct.
distress.
But I was thinking she probably wouldn't figure it out. So I decided I'll just climb back up 5 flights of stairs.
And during the time where she was going through this entire ordeal, I was talking to the usher and we had such a long conversation. And I ended up getting her something from the fair because she wasn't allowed to leave her spot, which is so sad. I think of you climbing up and down twice. She took one for the team, you guys.
She was still unfit.
She thought I would take forever. I will like pass out on the way down. Okay. So we should move into our hall now. So we finally entered and the place was huge. Okay, we didn't expect it to be so big.
That's true.
How
In
many?
fact, we didn't even cover everything. Right?
Yeah.
We didn't cover everything.
No, we didn't. Okay, I can't remember how many, but I think maybe 120, they said, booths that were in there. So when my friend had first told me about this, I didn't look into it far enough. I thought it was maybe 5-10 people in one small space and she was one of them and it would be easy to find her. As you can see from this list,
Show them. Upside down. Yeah. This is basically the map of the whole event.
look at how many people are look at how many people are on there.
And the fact that we didn't even finish covering everything.
Yeah,
I thought we did, but she apparently told me we didn't.
yeah, we didn't manage to see everybody, which was kind of sad. We could have gone earlier. But okay, so now we are moving into the hall part, which is the exciting part. Which one do you want to start with?
Because it was actually our first time at such an illustration fair, right? So we were
Tell them
really
about
shocked.
this.
Oh, we should go by order of purchase. So
Yes,
easier.
yes.
Okay, so this was the first. We'll just tag the artist name later, I guess. Yeah. So this was the first book that we actually got, and it was very cool. I think I was intrigued by how they said unlock the next chapter, and I thought it was actually a series, but apparently it wasn't. It was just him surviving alone with cats, right? If I remember.
Yes.
Yes, he said he had cats, and that was his inspiration,
Mhm.
kind of. Yeah. And we thought there were new chapters, but apparently not. And they were from Thailand.
Yes,
Apparently, this is like the first release
yes,
in Singapore.
yes. And this is what they would call a zine. I learned that from my friend. So it's a little short collection of artworks in one booklet.
Can we show?
Yeah, we can show them.
Yeah.
But basically, it's kind of like a funny way that he portray how living alone is like in his head.
But apparently zine is quite a common term. I found out about it when you told me, but apparently I told my friend, she was like, oh, this is a zine. I was like, okay.
I never knew this term until my friend used it. I had to Google it because I had no idea what it meant. So you can see we're very out of touch. Like, I love that there's a little cutout and the guy is in one of the window buildings and he's all alone. Yeah, it's called Solo Apartment Survivor. Wait, choose your favorite page and then I'll choose mine.
Okay. Oh, this is the one that I kept seeing. How to draw with a drawer.
Yeah.
So this is what I kept seeing. And then something that was a personal favorite. This one. How to become useful.
The one in the trash bin.
Yeah, this is my most favorite piece in the whole book.
Yes.
You want to choose yours?
Okay. Actually, I think mine is right next to hers. So it's basically, I don't know if you can see it, but it is a guy and he's in a room full of welcome mats and it says how to be always accepted. And I think that's so cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the first thing that we got. We both
Yeah,
got
that was the first version.
the same booklet together. And then, okay, next, let me just show my friend's artwork briefly. She hasn't told me what this means yet. We are meeting tomorrow. She'll let me know. So unfortunately not in time for this podcast, but she's very cute and she loves strawberries. So as you can see, the strawberry is the main character. And I'll tag her here so that you can find her animations and arts. It's so cute. Okay, next.
Okay, what do we get next? Wait, I think it's
Yeah, I think it's her already. Okay, let's just dive into this story now.
Okay. Okay, we can talk about the pieces we got at the fair and then we can talk about after.
Okay. Yours, mine was here. Yours is
You can just
there.
take your pieces.
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
You go first.
You can go first? Oh, okay. You go first.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah.
So the one that I got at the fair was this. It's so okay. Both of the works that I got is purple. I think that she loves this color, and I also love the way that she used it in her art. So this is the one. And she told me that this is when she was trying to find her identity. She felt lost because she was starting a new journey in her life. And then when she finally connected with her inner self, it merged, and then she formed a new self-identity when she finally overcome all of her doubts of starting a new journey. I just thought it's so pretty, and it would fit my room so well because my room is green. And I think that the way that she puts storytelling into her work is very insightful, because in all the conversations that I've had with my art friend, she says that art is about intention. Like, what are your thoughts behind the art you make? And what are you trying to show the people? So I think you can really tell that she put in a lot of effort for the pieces that she has made. So this is number 2, but I didn't manage to talk to her for this one. But from what I can interpret, I feel it's her trying to show your growth and then you bloom as a flower. My short interpretation of this. Yep.
Should I tell you the actual interpretation?
Yes, oh my god, tell me the story. She talked to her afterwards.
Okay, so backstory is we actually got these pieces from her during the fair.
Mhm.
Like this one is what I got, and then she got the green one during the fair. But after that, because we actually follow her on her social, we came across this. Oh, but we didn't manage to get that art piece because I'll tag it in the video later. But it's basically 2 people carrying one head, correct?
Yes.
So I decided to DM her. It was pretty shocking that she actually replied, and we'll be able to get more pieces, which is why this is the one that we got.
In my head, an artist like her, she's quite popular actually.
she's actually
I
very
thought that she would be very busy and she wouldn't be looking through her DMs, but she was so sweet to you.
Yes, because she's from Thailand. So
Mhm.
actually I think almost everyone we got were not local artists.
Yes,
except
that's right.
the one that you got from your friend. Yeah. So went to meet her, and then we actually managed to get 2 more pieces. So essentially you see there's many heads, right? So it's featuring her overthinking self. These are the different kind of thoughts that she will have. So positive and negative thoughts.
Okay. Is that why you put this one behind?
She put it behind.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I can show you.
It's also a piece about overthinking, right?
Okay, but the funny thing was, you saw this on her page, right?
Yes.
And apparently she didn't have any printed illustration of that because it was just in her newly sketched sketchbooks.
Yeah,
Like
it was just a reel, and she
correct. So she had a new sketchbook where she just have, it wasn't even used up, it was just maybe 4 to 5 sketches, and this was one of them. And she actually cut it out from her sketchbook itself.
That's crazy.
So this essentially,
she wrote a note at the back.
yeah, correct.
Aww. Okay.
Yeah, so essentially it just, I guess you can read it after, but I don't think it really resonate with me, but it's more of deep down, every one of us will have these thoughts.
Moments
one of
where
these
you
days,
feel like you're inadequate.
Correct. So I think generally as a person, I'm pretty confident and self-assured on most days, but there's always momentary down times where you just feel that if only you could be a bit better.
And I think this reminds me of our friends also,
Correct,
who might be having these thoughts.
And I think what stood out was sometimes they say how everyone is leaving and you're begging all the time. I think it's kind of a gray area. I don't really relate to this 100%, but certain moments you will feel when people leave your side sometimes, right? So
you feel left behind.
correct. So it's always that subtle moments that I feel this kind of encapsulates the whole idea.
Yeah, and I really love that whenever she draws anything, she really focuses on, I think, the expression of the person looks very blank, but in her art is so colorful, and you really get to see her express these thoughts. The first time you look at the art, I think it's already very impactful. Not that you get the message immediately, but the impact is there.
I don't think it will fly. Will it fly?
Hopefully not.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very impactful piece. Whenever you see one of her pieces, you feel an emotion immediately. Whether it be happy, sad, doubt.
Correct. And the good thing is, I think that's the best thing about art. Even if your interpretation is different from
The artist.
the artist's thoughts when they're actually drawing it, at least there's different ways to interpret it.
I feel like that's what she wants actually, maybe for people to think when they're looking
the
at
good
her.
thing is when she actually explained her intent, then it paints a clearer picture.
Yeah, like you see the art from her eyes instead of your own.
Yeah, so it's kind of, in a way, you see two perspectives to every piece, which
exactly.
I think is quite meaningful.
Yes.
So this is your piece.
Okay, talk about yours.
Yeah, so this is the piece that I got. So essentially, it's just this little girl in, I guess, just in the middle. So this is actually her past self, and then this is just her bigger figure, just overlooking herself in the middle. Yeah, so I think it resonated with me in a sense that I do feel that I have actually changed a lot over the past few years.
I agree.
Drastically. Yeah. So I think it's a way that, not that I reject my past self, but acknowledging that I've grown and maybe the style that I was or the person I was back then was very different from how I am now. But still remembering it.
Yeah, I think looking back, you always realize how far you have come.
Correct. Actually, I did ask her why she always has fishes, but I can't quite remember. I think it's some form of symbolism that she was talking about. So if you actually see her feed, her page, right? She has fishes in a lot of her drawings. I'm not sure if yours have it.
There was one where she was holding a salmon, right? And she said that's her holding her emotions.
Yeah.
So maybe I think the fishes maybe represent her feelings.
Yeah. So yeah, and particularly I like paintings that have blue and green palettes. So this one stood out to me. Yeah.
Wait, all the words that you pick are kind of in that blue and green.
Correct. Yeah. And I like paintings that are weird and have no meaning.
Like quirky and funny.
I just appreciate it just by itself. But for those that it's more aesthetic or those that I appreciate, I do get those along blue or green tones. Yeah.
I think you gravitate towards like colors of the nature when you get
and peaceful.
something that you want to decorate with.
Correct.
Oh, I love this because this was the first one. Remember, we saw it on her stand. It was the first one, and then you immediately went to her store and you were like, "Wait,
Correct.
yeah."
Actually, because there were too many stores. In fact, and everyone's art is amazing. It's not the kind.
So good.
It's not the typical kind that you just see just a cute illustration and you call it a day. So it was actually very hard to even pick the one that we wanted, and we keep saying, "Let's KIV this, let's KIV this," and then we'll come back to this, etc. But this was the first one that we just picked without hesitation. I think
like immediate attraction.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
And then this is the second piece. I really like this, right? So she painted this when she was on her trip to Japan. When she was in Japan, I think.
Is that why she has the bonsai tree? So
Correct.
Japan coded.
Yes. And if you can see this and this, right? Essentially, she was feeling that it's kind of, I wouldn't say performative, but you're trying to fit into a certain culture or a certain time and space, right? It could even apply to like us ordinary people, right? Sometimes maybe you're at a certain event and you try to fit in, but then deep down, you just find that it's, you
like
still
conforming to everyone around you to fit
so
in.
it's that, I would say, interplay of trying to conform or trying to be yourself. So it's that internal struggle that she's having that she tried to show in this entire piece of art. And why it stood out was the color. Okay, firstly because it's green, and I like the stark contrast between the green and red.
Yes. When I look at this, I feel she's conflicted. And the colors also a bit conflicting because of red and green. And it feels she doesn't know whether she wants to fit in or give in to her inner thoughts, which are that she doesn't belong. That's what I feel when I see this.
Yeah.
Should we move on to the next? Or you have anything else to say about her? Wait, what are
so
these?
she gives these to us as freebies.
She's so nice. She's honestly really sweet. She shared one of her sketchbook artworks with you as well.
Yeah, correct.
So nice.
Oh, sorry, I think. Yeah, so she was very nice as a person, and she was just sharing. I think the thing that makes her, okay, I don't think it just makes her unique. I think it applies to every illustrator or every artist in general, but it's that there's always an intention and thought behind each piece of artwork that you make. And she's very clear about the time and space and everything. Yeah, so if you ask her why was this created or when, etc., she kind of knows it.
She has a story ready for you.
So there's a lot of, I think it's very well thought out.
Wait, this is the first time I've seen other characters in her work other than the girl. Look at the back.
Right. This was the one that we were saying. This was the one I wanted to get in a print, but unfortunately she sold out. Yeah, she's popular.
She is very popular. I
She's
only
really
realized
popular.
when I check out her Instagram that she
Yeah.
actually has a lot of followers and people really do enjoy her work a lot.
Correct.
Because I went into this thinking she was a small creator, but actually she has quite a big following, and
Yes.
I think there's a reason why people resonate so much with her art, because she puts a lot of her emotions and thoughts into it.
When I actually went to collect her art piece, right, I also met her friend. Her
Okay.
friend was also an illustrator there. I'll tell you, I think you
Wow.
have not seen her friend's page, right? So
I have not.
I'll show it to you later.
Okay, this is yours.
Yeah, this is mine.
Okay. She's Taiwanese, right?
Yeah, she's Taiwanese. That's
So
what I
cute.
remember.
Do you converse to her in Chinese or no?
Yeah, I did. I
Oh.
try my best, but
Okay,
not very good.
go Kin.
Yeah. But okay, I really love how it says it's okay to cry. This basically is my life. I cry all the time. Okay, not all the time, but I cry a lot. And I feel in this day and age, I don't think everyone's afraid to shed a few tears, but it's always, you just try to be the best version of yourself. And this is like a constant reminder that it's just okay to cry sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no harm.
For me, it's because I relate to this because I feel like it's scary to show the vulnerable side of yourself to everyone. And crying, I think, is one of the most biggest ways that you can show your emotions. So why do you cry? Can I ask?
The thing is,
usually why do you cry?
I would say I'm a very emotional person. So I cry when I'm angry. I cry when the
frustration.
emotions. Yeah, I cry when the emotions are sky high. So when I'm super angry or when I'm super sad. So it's
overwhelmed.
just when emotions are intense, my tears will just flow.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and because I'm a very feeling kind of person, so this just felt like it's me.
Wait, can I just interject? I recently redid my MBTI and now I'm ENFJ. I'm still F, by the way, and we are both F, right?
Yeah.
Even though it might not seem like that on the surface, but we feel strongly. We are quite emotional people.
I think I'm 99% F.
Yeah, I cry when I watch films. That's why my favorite form of art is maybe cinema, because it makes me feel so many things. I think visual art is very, very stimulating, especially when it is in motion. Because, pictures, I feel like they convey a lot, but they are still. Whereas in a movie, there's a lot of emotions, lines. Yeah. Okay, this was so cute. Where are you going to put this? Have you thought?
I feel I'll just decorate this entire wall, but I will actually choose the placement and everything.
In so well.
Yeah, so I'll see. Oh, you can talk about this because this is the one that you chose for me. You picked out for me.
Oh yes. Okay, so me and Kin, we are very optimistic people. So I think that this really resonates with us. It says good things find you, and I think that's true. When you are a good person, good people and good things find you. So I felt like this was a good reminder of, even if you're not in the best stage of life right now, good things will eventually find you. So you just have to hang in there. It's kind of like a encouragement note. Yeah. Okay.
And then this is the one that I picked out. A bad day is not a bad life. Because I think sometimes you just have bad days. Everyone has bad days. And yeah, it doesn't determine your entire life in general. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just, I'll say these are not very thought-provoking. It's just the kind of art that you see and you like it and you just get it. Yeah. It's kind of a constant reminder in your daily life.
It's like a little memo in art form.
Yeah. And it's something that I like but you don't resonate. Work hard, die tired. You can talk about why you don't resonate with this.
Okay. So for me, okay, and in the corner it actually says don't overthink. And like this guy is just buried in work and he has a MacBook, but it's full of worms because he's so overworked. So for me, I have let go of hustle culture in general. I enjoy my life to be more laid back, more relaxed, and I still do my best at work. I still put in my best effort, but I don't take things so seriously in terms of achievements and wanting to hit all my goals and milestones all at once. So for me, I'm more work easy, die happy kind of girl. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I don't want to die tired too, but it's just my interpretation of this is not that you live a tiring life, but it's more of you live a fulfilling life. You really work hard and max out your capacity.
You give your
and that's
all.
your potential. Yeah, and yeah, it's okay to die tired. I mean,
You are a true hustler. You work hard because you see a goal and you're trying to pursue it, I think.
and I'm the kind, I don't like to waste time. So to me, every day is precious and I want to maximize my
Like
time.
you never want to be stagnant. You always want to be moving forward.
Correct. And because I'm also a very people person, right? I feel like I always have to be moving, connecting and everything.
Yeah.
So I feel tired is just, I don't feel tired.
It's the byproduct sometimes. I always describe you as a go-getter because you go get what you want every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I really love this piece. This was why I actually wanted to get it. And yeah, I ended up getting two.
And I think all these will look so nice together because it's all in one series. Yes. Okay.
Next one.
Looking at all this is making me so happy. Hold on.
This
I need to rearrange.
Remember
Okay.
this artist?
Yes. You
Okay.
tell them the story of what happened.
Okay, so wait, I'll try to tag it in the video. Actually, the piece that I wanted to get from him because the colors and everything just.
Is he also Thai? Yes, right?
Yeah, I think
He's
he's
also
Thai.
Thai.
I think most of the artists we got were from Thai. And it really stood out to me, that particular piece of illustration.
Yes.
But it's because it was a man.
So it didn't
below,
really
and
fit
it just
in
felt,
your...
it didn't fit in my overall team. It was just one man at his work table and it just felt that was me, but just a different gender. Yeah, so I didn't really get that. And it's also because I have already gotten too many art pieces, right? So I thought at least I should filter. We actually got these on our way out. So the event closes at 7. We were actually late. We reached around 5:30. Yeah, so we had to just pick and grab and go kind of situation. And 7 p.m. the doors were closed. We're leaving. And then suddenly I saw this guy, basically the artist himself. He was entering back the venue because when we were leaving, his booth closed.
Yes.
He already packed everything.
Yes.
Then I saw him. I was like, I need to get your art piece before I go.
Yes.
So I asked him if he's still selling, and he was actually still selling. So we went back to the booth and it was just quickly pick out what we want and then we left.
And you know what? Thank God for Kim because I have face blindness and I didn't recognize the guy at all. It was only after you told me that we started chasing him down.
Yeah, so we basically asked him to redirect
us back to the
his
booth so that we can purchase
his pieces here.
Okay, show them your loots.
Yes. This is actually what you picked out, right?
Yes, you asked me to choose, and I think this was the nicest one.
Correct. And I would say it's just the color composition both of these paintings that just attracted me.
The natural scenery, I think, is so good.
We didn't ask him the intentions behind his paintings and illustrations. Yeah, but I would say his artwork just gives very calming. Even that one is also very green.
I think it's the colouring of it.
The colour scheme is very calming, just very natural.
So cohesive. Everything harmonizes well.
Yeah. I just love the overall aesthetics of these two pieces. The
reason why I made you choose this is because honestly, I think the writing and posting mail is so romantic and thoughtful to me. In this day and age, everything is so fast. I feel mailing is so something that you associate with nostalgia. Have you ever been to, do you know in Korea there's a place where you can
send a letter to your future self? Yeah.
I think that's so cute. And yeah, this reminds me of that.
Like you Singapore have that?
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
they recently opened.
Yeah.
So I just think it's cute. And also, you never know where this person is posting their mail to, which is, I think, it's a fun thought. Yeah. Mine is, I would say glass house, greenhouse. I love this because it actually reminds me of when I was in London. Okay, we went to this observatory. So what it has is basically a greenhouse full of endangered plants and flowers. And we just went grocery shopping. So I was carrying my bag of groceries and just roaming the place. And it was the most refreshed I felt in a long time. I felt like the air was so crisp and I was surrounded by greenery. And it didn't remind me of the city at all, even though usually I'm quite a city girl. So very, very good memory. And I came out, there was a huge grass patch. There were dogs everywhere. And then me and my friend, we just lie down on the grass. And we just sat there for a while, which is a very nice memory. And this reminds me of it. Yeah.
That's why you kept mentioning the glass house.
Yes, and it has 2 stories, which is, I love lofts, by the way. Yeah, because the space just feels so...
spacious?
Correct. But also, it's a 2-in-1, you know. You have 2 spaces that can be different vibes in one place. I love that. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
This is the last one.
Yes, I wish we can show them the video of him doing your takoyaki
I'll just add
as a video, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you talk about this one first.
Okay.
And your little comic strip.
Yeah. Oh my god, let me choose my favorite one first. So this wasn't my first.
Wait, tell them about the girl that made you want to go to this booth.
Yes. So while we were just browsing or just navigating
Some
throughout the whole
ceramics.
space, we saw this girl that was holding that shimmery,
Golden piece.
and it was just filled with takoyakis. And we were thinking we have to find this piece of artwork. And the girl actually she even directed us. She even
Yes.
told us where it was.
Yes.
So then I went over and then I got distracted. During that time, we were actually separated.
I was chatting with my friend and she was exploring the store.
Yes, and there were too many pieces and everything just looked amazing.
Everything looks so
Quirky.
Yes, it did. The art style.
Correct. So I don't think this is a style that I would gravitate on a normal basis.
Correct. On first look, it has a cartoon vibe.
Yeah.
Right? And you are more of a aesthetically.
Yeah, I like more floral, more aesthetic, more zen.
And more like realism, I guess.
Correct.
Mm.
And then this was actually I can attach another piece of artwork that I particularly. There was a was it called the Impressionism?
Not sure,
They
sorry.
say some museum. Oh yeah, you don't actually go, right?
I'm very not well versed in art. Everything I'm saying could be wrong. Realism could
Yeah.
be wrong. Sorry, guys. Don't take me seriously. We are new to this.
I generally like paintings that have a lot of water components. So I will attach there. Actually, I took some photos. So I generally gravitate towards blue, greens, as I mentioned,
Correct.
right? And more nature. But this was just like a very funny
It brings you joy.
moment before I step out of the house. If I look at this, I'll just feel like, like my day's gonna be better.
Brightens my day.
Yeah, and I love the color green, right? So this guy's just green.
It's the character. He looks so happy to be here,
And
actually.
he looks so
confused.
Yeah, he just looked clueless, completely confused, but in his own world. And I feel that's how I live my life.
This guy actually reminded you of yourself.
Correct.
Okay.
And a bit quirky. I don't think I'm very quirky, but yeah.
You are though. You are. You can be. Show them your little comic strip. I thought that was so cute.
Okay, hold on. The before and after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I the before?
Yeah.
I'm the before.
I think mainly I chose this for the color scheme, and I think for this artist in particular, I just picked out the pieces that caught my attention. Something that I don't think there was a lot of thought behind choosing it, but anything that makes me feel happy,
Yes.
then I pick it up.
So when I went to approach her, she was actually talking to a guy who I thought was the artist, but he's actually just the cashier. So we were trying to ask
He
him.
might not be the cashier. This one we need to fact check.
Okay.
I'm actually not sure.
He might be a partner, but he wasn't the one who drew these pieces.
Correct.
And we were trying to ask him what this meant because, look, it's like the takoyakis are in a fireplace at the campfire, and then in the next one, they're dead. So we asked him what happened. And
Okay, but the funny thing is we had language barriers, so they're Japanese.
Yeah.
So we tried. We should attach the screenshot, which is your piece.
Yes, but for
the
this
translation.
one,
For this one, we didn't really have an
we were
answer.
trying body language, and he just said, "What happened? Up to you." That's what he did.
Yeah, so I guess this piece, if anyone knows the meaning, you can comment. Or
Yes, please tell us.
I guess it's just down to your personal interpretation.
Yes.
But it just brings me joy. And the color, it's very simple color.
I love that. Why
And
are they
it's very
all
solid.
candles? They have wax melted on their heads. I just realized. Wait, have you ever watched Frozen?
Yeah.
You know, this reminds me of the trolls. You know, like, wait, I don't think you
I
remember.
don't remember.
Okay, for those who remember,
that's
in
a bit-
Frozen, when Anna and Elsa were kids, Anna got struck by the frozen boat and then she falls, she faints.
Feels like this, see?
They go to a gang of trolls and they revive her. So this reminds me of that. Okay. Mine. So mine was these two. Okay, so mine is actually not the takoyaki theme. So he
That
told
is,
me.
that is. Oh, it's different.
Yeah, so
it's
he
not.
told me using Google Translate. Thankfully, Kin was here and she was like, this is not working out. You should just get him to use Google Translate. So what he said into Google Translate using Japanese was that these are two little monsters and they exist in our world. They go around everywhere next to us, but they're just not visible to the human eye, which I think that's such a cute thought to have. Imagine walking around and you might not know what is next to you because you can't see it. And they are on this telephone line. I find telephone lines very cute because there's this song, it's a Chinese song by J. Cho, and he describes little sparrows on the telephone lines and they're chirping to each other and you want to know their secrets. That's a cute thing.
And this was the last piece that I got from him. And I just love how, because the other pieces I got were all very colourful. And this
Funky.
very funky. So he's just doing his own stuff in his own world, in his own time and space. Yeah. And the artist himself actually drew this very cute takoyaki.
Yes, he did a service, live drawing service.
Correct.
And signed.
Yeah.
I foresee this being you when you have your own place.
Yeah, so I think for me as a person, I don't think I'm a team player.
You enjoy working alone a lot.
Correct.
You're quite an individualistic kind of girl.
Correct. So I do love to work alone, and not that I cannot work as a team, but I just generally love to work alone. So if you see in most of the art pieces that I got, it's all very just a single
solitary
character, just doing its own stuff and just navigating the space.
I think because you have your own vision and you want to execute it accurately to what you have in your head, which no one else is able to get.
Yeah, so this kind of reminded me of myself.
I guess very different from me because I'm quite a team player. I don't always enjoy team activities, but somehow I always end up in there. Yeah, I feel I'm quite a follower. If you are a leader, I'm a follower style.
Oh, but I'm not a leader.
Are you not?
I'll say I'm just an independent commoner.
But you don't want to have anyone that is following you?
Correct. Actually.
I see.
I don't think I like to lead, but I don't like to follow either. So I just like to do my own things and get the results. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so we will end off the art podcast with some discussions about how we feel about AI since it's so prevalent now and how it has impacted the art industry now that we have interacted with a few artists and know more about their thought process behind creating art.
So I feel with AI becoming more common these days, essentially it overshadows the time and effort it takes to create one piece of artwork. I would say I'm still in the design and creative industry, but it's not a very direct production and creation kind of thing.
Because you don't create original pieces of art, but you do something that is kind of on the same spectrum.
Correct. So I think sometimes these days, because AI, you can basically replicate the image itself in a matter of seconds or minutes. I would say the importance and the values get overshadowed these days. Yeah. So I think AI can never actually replicate the artist's true intentions.
Yes, and also their style.
Correct. Oh, style is a great area.
Yes, but I think that every artist has their own unique style, and I think a lot of our friends have mentioned that when they see something that is made with AI, it's quite clear to the eye.
Correct.
Because they all follow a similar pattern.
Correct. I don't really directly produce art pieces, artwork, but it's always the mindset, I guess, is the same.
Yes.
It's about creating something less for the profits and recognition, but to tell a story.
More true to yourself.
Correct. So I think that's how I applied it to all, like the various forms of creative output that I do, be it in terms of things that I do more hands-on or something that's more visuals and softwares that I use to create.
Yes.
Sometimes, I think I'm not sure if other illustrators or artists will feel the same, but in the nature of creative and design processes, there's not really a fixed answer every time. It's like you could appreciate it and someone else could very much dislike it.
Correct. Yeah. It's very subjective to the eye.
And I think when you're creating art, it's less of how you want to please people or the feedback and the experiences that you wish people will have, but it's more so of whether, even if one person were to be able to connect to you, it already makes the process worthwhile.
Yes, I agree. That's a very good thing. In my head, I was just thinking that, as you said, because AI is able to replicate so much stuff in a matter of seconds, it's making the art industry feel a lot like fast fashion when people utilize AI. Because, I mean, when something is trending, people tend to want to replicate it as fast as and as many duplicates as possible in order to make the most profits.
And gain traction.
Exactly. So, I feel like with art, when you use AI to quicken your design process, or maybe you are using someone else's original artwork as your own, but just tweaking it here and there so that it is original to you, I think that's quite disrespectful of the time and effort that went into creating something from scratch.
Correct.
So AI can be used for a lot of good things, but when it comes to art, it's a very thin line between, I guess, plagiarizing and using it as a assistive reference type tool. Okay. And also, another thing is the stigma of Singaporeans around art and the art industry. I mean, I'm sure you have heard your parents say that being in art is not a stable job, right?
And it's not going to earn you enough money.
Yes. So I guess that's quite an old-fashioned take. But what I wanted to mention was, I don't know if you know lah, but in 2020 when the COVID pandemic hit, there was a Straits Times article that ranked jobs from most essential to least. I mean, clearly healthcare would be in the top because COVID. And they actually ranked art as artists as the least essential job in Singapore. And that had a lot of backlash. I mean, okay, this is taken out of context because they are talking about in terms of when it comes to mitigating the pandemic, which in their case, it sounds logical. But why do you think people had such a big reaction to it?
Let me think. I guess it's ultimately undermining someone's expertise or their field just because it doesn't produce maybe enough profits. Like, I think everything is a very numbers game.
Yeah.
In the context, I wouldn't say in the context of Singapore, but since in this society we focus more on results.
Yes.
And, you know, your achievements, etc. So maybe in terms of art, you might not be getting enough recognition, or maybe you don't have enough profits like a regular stable job. And so it just feels, it's just, I guess it just feels more like a hobby or something that you do when you're free rather than you actually committing to it like a full-time job.
I think part of it with people is also ignorance, because for me also, I wasn't well educated about the art. Yes, the arts before I met someone who was actually into illustrations. So a lot of people see art as very surface level, paintings and all, but they don't see how it can translate into a real career prospect. And art is something that is very abstract for people who are not necessarily into art. So for Singaporeans who I think are very fixated on the tangible stuff, how much money you make, how much job stability you have, what are your career ladder paths, to them art doesn't feel like something concrete, doesn't feel like something you can hold. Yeah, and I think the article just made the stigma stronger that art is a dispensable part of society. When in reality, I think it's very important. Everybody consumes art and media some way or another.
But in different forms.
Yeah, in their daily lives. What would we be doing without art forms? I think life would be so boring.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I actually really respect artists because I feel it takes a lot when you're putting out a piece of artwork. Maybe sometimes you could think of how people will receive, but it's more of you mainly create it because that's your way to show it's your creative output, right? So I think more often than not, you don't really know if people will enjoy, or people might even say harmful remarks about it. Yeah, so ultimately it's really taking a lot of risks and just going with the energy of just do it.
Okay, I want to end off by saying lastly, there was a book that I read. It's called Picture of Dorian Gray. Everyone should read it. It's awesome. They have an audiobook by one of the actors from Bridgerton, Luke Thompson. It's really good. But basically, in that, the painter, his name is called Basil Howard. He says that art reveals more of the painter, like the artist himself, rather than the subject of the art. And I think that just goes to show how much of your own soul you must pour into making an artwork that is meaningful to you.
Correct.
So I agree with what you say. It takes a lot from one person to produce good art. Oh yeah, and also I was telling her about how I feel like art forms are being lost because recently, not recent, but couple months back, Pandemonium, I don't know if y'all know, but it's a place that screens plays and stuff from our local theatre, was closing down, and everyone was rushing to see some of the last stuff that they have up. So it's one of the signs that we are losing the ancient texts. Yes, and also close down of cinemas. Like Cathay is closed now also
Oh.
because not enough people were going to the movies basically. And as a movie enthusiast, I'm so sad. She's part of the problem.
Yeah, I can't quite relate.
She's part of the
I
problem.
don't really watch movies.
You
Yeah.
don't. You? Closing comments?
Closing comments. I would say I don't think art is an escape, but it's kind of, for different people it could be different. Maybe for some it's just you appreciate it. It's just a little moment of appreciation and then you get by. And then for some I think it can really, I don't think it's to the extent of healing, but it's something that you can find yourself resonating, not with every art piece, but eventually one day you might find a piece that quite resonate with you. And I think it's a very important pause to your daily life, just to stop back and reflect.
Yes.
Yeah. As someone who do love and appreciate art, less of movies in general,
Yes.
I do feel art lets you slow down, and it's like a pause from your daily life that's already hectic, and then you just have a moment of silent appreciation for that art, and then it gets you thinking. Yeah, it's kind of like a internal monologue.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
So-
Okay. So this has been the Faithful Podcast episode 3 or 4.
3 or 4, yeah, we'll see when we edit.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you
See you next
next time.
time.